Okay, good morning. Let's call Commissioner Court meeting to order. Everyone please rise. At this time, I'd like to call on Commissioner Fincannon to give the invocation.
Pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for allowing us to be here today. Thank you, Lord, just for all your blessings, Lord. The rain we've had, it seems that it'll never stop, but thank you again for the rain, Lord. We do need the rain. Be with us today, Lord, as we're here to represent the people. Humble us, Lord, and make us make the right decisions for the people. Just be with us and have us do what you see fit for your way, Lord. All these things we ask through your Son, Jesus, amen.
Amen. So don't join in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas pledge.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Take your seats, please. At this time, we have a couple service award presentations to make. And, it's interesting, we got both of these are coming out of the Public Defender's Office. And so I'd like for you all to come up and we'll do the ladies first. And certificate of appreciation. This certificate is presented to Janet E. Kennedy for 10 years of service in Wichita County. Has that all been in the Public Defender's Office? And I was thinking about this case, and I would have to wonder about that. Both of these are going to read the same, so I'm going to just do one of them. Kevin, no disrespect to you. All right. Okay. Congratulations on reaching your milestone service anniversary. Through your hard work, dedication, and loyalty, Wichita County is able to provide quality service to the citizens of Wichita County. In honor of your service, we are pleased to offer you a choice of anniversary awards. Please accept your gift as an expression of our gratitude for the contributions you continue to make every day. On behalf of the Commissioners Court, we commend you and your service for your service and with your every success as you continue your career towards your next milestone. Your commitment to Wichita County is deeply appreciated. This 18th of July, signed by James Rescue. Congratulations, and we appreciate you from the court.
Thank you.
All right. Anything you'd like to say?
It's been a great 10 years.
Okay, so we get 10 more, ladies. All right. Kevin? It's been great for me to know you all as years and watch you work, and you've grown that position in your office and all that you've done. And this is for 15 years of service. And so we're looking forward to maybe another 15 out of that.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all.
Let's get we're going to get a picture. You're filling in for Jimmy. Anything you'd like to say?
They've, both Kevin and Janet have been just pillars of our office. Kevin, we're so glad to have you back. I know you took a break from county service there for a little bit, but Kevin's always had a certain way of dealing with problems that, and clients for that matter, that have just made things run so much smoother. And we're so happy to have you. And Janet, we could not have gotten through a certain software rollout without you.
She didn't have any right hair.
Without your positive outlook and just your can-do attitude, we're just so happy to have you. Thank you so much.
How's Jim doing?
He's doing great. He's recovering. He's texting us, making sure we're on top of things the whole time. So he's
Good deal.
Thank you all. Nancy, how many do we have to memorize that? Or that cover on the light, you can't see the words. I just got the wrong angle there. Even though I can't read anymore. Okay. Okay, we're down to part of public comments. It is 10:07. Anyone on the phone or in the audience wish to make any comment at this time?
I thought the court would like to know that District Clerk Andy Flores' brother passed away. Her services, or his services, is pending. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, your presence at those funerals are very, very telling for the county, so I hope you will consider that. His name is Michael Lane.
I'm glad you threw that in. Because sometimes the obituaries and the timing of the funeral aren't convenient to making the plans to do that.
Like it was yesterday. From time to time, I've had that happen, depending on what your source is.
Well, one of our former county officials' husband passed away, and it was the next day they did the service, and
Yeah.
there wasn't a way to rearrange and do that. Okay. It's 10:08, and we will close the public comment portion of this. And that's not to say that anyone can't address something else on the agenda. We've always operated that way, but that meets the Open Meetings Act, and we want to try to do our best to always conform with that. I'd ask the court to take action or ask for clarification or move down any of the consent agenda items.
Judge, on item 9, I need to pull that after visiting with Willie this morning and just delay any action there. And then also I had a question about item 10. I see that we reached out to the city about that, not the city, the school district for assistance, and I guess they're willing to help us on that.
We have done that in the past, and then it wasn't followed up on. And I told Judge Hughes that while the court approved the signing of that, it was his job to keep track of that if he wanted this person to be paid.
He was actually the one that
Yeah.
ran that program
Yeah.
for a long time and did a good job.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad, Judge Woodruff readily felt that was a place to move that to his court, and they did that by their agreement.
Well, what happens, what occurs, Judge, in the other precincts concerning truancy cases from other school districts?
There's really not much, there's not any teeth, they don't even have false teeth in that
Any
anymore.
longer?
So, we do make an effort here because of the larger district. None of the other districts have asked us for any additional assistance besides what is done by either the justice of peace or constable's office in working with it. And their problem is because their districts, they're not, they don't have the same number of situations there. Okay. Any other comments, questions? Okay. Can I have a
Make a motion, I go ahead and
Thank
approve
you.
it.
Second.
Any comments, anyone in the audience? Okay. All in favor of the motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Muller, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries 5-0. Item number 1 is review and approve the regular bills for payment.
Motion to pay, Judge.
Well, Cheryl, we appreciate the effort you all put into that new format.
Oh, it's nice, Cheryl.
Yeah. And we're still looking forward to Nancy working out the other deals so we can break those then down by the areas each of us work with. So I think that's going to work
Yeah,
out well.
we're still working on that.
Yeah.
Now at least you have everything, so if one of you has to fill in for someone else, you've got it all right there.
Yep, no, that's gonna be good, we appreciate it. Okay. Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Muller, second by Commissioner Fincannon to approve the regular bills for payment. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 2 is discuss, consider, take action to authorize county judge to sign a resolution approving the financing by the New Hope Cultural Education Facilities Finance Corporation of health facilities located within Wichita County, Texas, for the Wichita Falls Retirement Foundation. This is simply a ministerial duty that we've done on others, usually more involved and sometimes with some sort of a property tax that we would handle, but this is different than that. And that's really about all I know about it.
Is this the entity pays the bond through revenues? Is that how that works, Judge?
I believe that's the case, but
I read it, but I,
Jenny might have a little more on that, but.
I don't know, but I do think he was going to call in.
Yes,
Oh.
a representative will call hers, should be on the phone.
Sam, are you on there?
This is Abe Benavides.
Okay, Abe, thank you. I forgot that.
Parker's on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
Faintly, I think I heard a question regarding how the bonds are paid, basically.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So these are revenue bonds issued that will be issued on behalf of Rolling Meadows, which is a senior living provider in Wichita County. So it's a conduit financing structure. So the New Hope entity serves as the conduit issuer to accomplish the tax-exempt bond financing, but ultimately the revenues of Rolling Meadows, the facility, are what are used to pay the bonds off.
Thank you for that clarification. Any other questions? Okay. Can we have a motion then to approve that?
I'll go ahead and make a motion. to approve.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Fintan and seconded by Commissioner Watts to approve the item as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried 5-0. Item 3 is, hey, appreciated that. I think that takes you all out of it. You're sure welcome to listen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 3, discuss, consider, take action to amend the Sheriff's Office 2021 budget and split remaining differences from vacant position of $5,284 between positions 561-148 jail building engineer and 560-053 ID clerk, 2 positions in the jail. Excuse me. And then, I'm sorry, I got off the line on that. The ID clerk and jail building engineer title will change to building engineer 2, amending the salary from $40,000 to $41,250, and the ID clerk title will change to ID tech evidence custodian, amending the salary from $30,811 to $34,945. Chief, you got anything?
Yes, we had a promotion from a sergeant that was in the training division, and we promoted to lieutenant, and the new sergeant was promoted to that position. He was paid at a patrol sergeant position, and she's paid at a jail sergeant position, so that's where the funds came from. The building engineer has been with us for numerous years. He's been the one taking care of the downtown and annex jail, and also been with us with the build of the new jail.
Also received training on the,
Yeah, lots of training on the new jail. He's definitely one we want to keep around for a long time to come, and with the judge's suggestion of that, I think me and Mark would like to work together to build a scale or step plan for not only for our engineers, but for the courthouse engineers in the future to keep these guys, because we're investing a lot of time and money in these guys, and maybe give them something to look forward to their longevity with the county. And then on the ID tech, she worked for the city. She was an ID technician for the city. She came over to us. several years ago. She's earned her peace officer license since then, but she's slowly been migrating into the evidence custodian in preparation for our evidence custodian, probably gonna retire soon. And so she's taking a whole lot more roles. She's taking care of getting a lot of stuff disposed of that needs to be disposed of, and also getting ready to move everything to the new facility, so.
Did you say that she's already, did you say that she's already obtained her peace officer's license?
She has. Yes. So she's come to work for us, so I think she's well deserving of this change in pay for her. She's taken on a lot of extra roles, and as well as the engineer position.
Both of these positions are very vital for what we do. I would make the motion to approve.
Well, he asked for one clarification. Now, we talked about, does this include the 1,200 for,
No, sir, it does not. That $1,200 raise for county employees is not included on this, no,
okay. So you would have that additional increases.
in January, yes.
Is that gonna throw anything off in your schedule?
No, as far as building engineers, no, they're still in line.
Okay. All right.
I'll second his motion.
Any other comments or discussion by anyone on this? Okay. There's a motion by Commissioner Beecham, second by Commissioner Fincannon to approve the item as stated. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item 4 is discuss and take action to award road material bids, including the rebid for emulsions. Do we have any bids?
This is for.
Yeah, from
This is
last
to
week's
award them, not new
opening.
bids.
Do you have those, Willie?
They should be in your packet.
Oh.
They're in our pack. This is just awarding the bids, not opening new.
The rebid of the emulsion.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's in there.
But it came in last
There's
week.
a trail on there. It's
Okay.
not a separate item, but it's, we didn't get
Well, we received it.
but we didn't.
We haven't got Willie's recommendations till now.
Okay.
They're in here.
They're here.
And that would be, rights, they would haul that to us if had to be from Brownwood, I guess.
Yeah.
There would be secondary to Ergon.
Yeah, they're 50 cents a gallon difference, but, yeah,
Probably you want to use Ergon
yeah.
in lieu of back. You need a backup in case.
Right.
Make the motion to approve Willie's recommendations of Ergon being primary and Wright Asphalt being our secondary supplier.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Beecham, second by Commissioner Fincannon to approve the primary bid for emulsions from Ergon and an alternate from Wright Asphalt. Any other comments, questions on these items? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item 5 is discuss and consider take action. Sir.
You need to act on the original bids.
Whoa. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.
So on hot way mix and cold way mix. Hot way, T&G Construction Incorporated, primary for hot way. And Zach Burkett would be secondary. And cold way, Zach Burkett would be primary. T&G would be secondary. And I don't know if you want to consider Overland Corporation, they're higher than both T&G and Zach Burkett. On hot way and cold way,
It might be
except for,
good to have them just in case, because we have had times we could not get asphalt products.
Well, we run into a problem because in the main months, in the past couple of years, Zach Burkett's gone to doing a mix for TxDOT
Yeah.
that doesn't fit our specs, and we've been shut out for like a couple months. So that makes it not work very good
Yeah.
when you need to be running and you can't get material.
Okay. Well, on Overland, they didn't send information on what type A, 5, AS3, and type BS4, how they compare to this. I'm not sure what the specs of those are.
We
I don't
can
know.
approve them and then get those,
Go ahead and approve them as the third.
as a third, and then you can determine those specs, whether that will work for you or not, or whether, because I'm not familiar with those terms that they're using.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers.
Yeah.
The problem with hot lay coming anywhere other than a local source is getting it there
Yeah.
with the way you need it. That's a challenge.
Yeah. And their Elgin is even farther away.
We don't have the insulated trucks really to,
No, they're gonna have ramp, hot
Yeah.
if you're gonna get it outside, Wichita County. Although as hot as it's been,
yeah. Well, not this year, but
Yeah.
in normal times.
yeah, humidity doesn't count for raising the temperature of the asphalt.
Yeah.
Okay, so Overland to be third.
I think it'd be good to leave them on the list as a source, just from an emergency
Yeah.
deal, in case we got into a repair situation we needed to make, and that would give us an alternate place to go.
Okay.
Then on the Ohio, the MC's 250, 800, 3,000. There was only one bid submitted by Asphalt and Field Supply.
They didn't vote on the first one, on number one.
We're gonna take them all separate votes, or?
Usually.
Yeah, that's what we usually do. I'm sorry.
So need a separate motion on every one.
Yes, sir, we'll do that.
I'll make a motion, we approve the,
Hey,
We
we
gotta
got,
vote on the first one.
oh,
okay. We need, okay, on asphalt itself, for hot lay primary will be Ergon. I'm sorry, not Ergon. For asphalt, hot lay is going to be, T&G out of Lawton. And they will be the alternate on coal lay, Burke will be the alternate, Zach Burkett will be the alternate on hot lay. And, the primary on coal lay, and then Overland Corporation will be listed as the third approved buyer, when it's not available through the other two sources. Do we have a motion, a motion for that?
so moved. Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0.
The AMC's, the Asphalt and Field Supply, was the only bid received on those. So I recommend that be accepted.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There was one bid received for rock hauling.
Just a minute, we're gonna vote on that one, Will. Thank you. Okay. We have a motion by Commissioner Mahler, a second by Commissioner Watts, to accept asphalt and fuel supply as the only and successful bidder for MC 250, MC 800, MC 3000, or MC 30. Any comments or questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Okay.
And for rock hauling only, Rocking Aid Trucking was the only bid submitted. And that's for backup to the precinct hauling when needed.
Mhm.
So recommend that be accepted.
Motion to approve that, Judge.
Second.
Okay. Any comments or questions on those? We have a motion by Commissioner Waller, second by Commissioner Watts. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0, approving any contract hauling to be done by Rocking Aid Trucking. Item 6, Rocket Origin. Really?
We had 3 bids received from Pelosi Brothers, Jack Burkett, and Big City Crushed Concrete. And I recommend that all 3 bids be accepted and select the supplier based on product availability, price, and hauling distance.
So
I would make that motion, Judge.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
Yeah, availability's key.
Yeah.
It is.
Any more?
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Waller, second by Commissioner Fincannon to approve the bids for crushed aggregates from Delisi Brothers Company, from Zach Burkett, and from Big City Concrete, based on the availability of the materials. Any comments or questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0.
What's, on the Zach Burkett price, what prevents us from using 3/8 screening versus 3/8 number 2 cover wash? I mean, is it not as desirable?
You gotta look at the gradation of it, and probably when it says screenings, you've got much more fines in it, which if you're using that
Or chip seal?
chip seal, you're gonna use more oil.
The washed takes a lot of the dust and stuff
Out of it.
off, and it sticks better to the oil
Yeah.
if you've got that.
Yeah.
Now, we do, you know, when we stockpile it, just the rain will clean a bunch of that out. You'll notice you've constantly got water coming out from under your stack
Till you get to the bottom.
till you get to the bottom, and then it's concentrated. But no, that's the big deal is to try to keep that dust down, because that dust sticks to the oil, and then you don't get as good a adhesion.
Gotcha.
That's the big difference that I see.
That takes care of that exciting opportunity there.
What'd you do today? Bought rock?
And sticky stuff.
We didn't
Yeah,
buy it,
sticky
we just
stuff.
approved the ability to buy.
Yeah, yeah, get in there.
We have some people that would like us to put some down.
Yeah.
And,
Meanwhile, the grass keeps growing.
yeah, and we will.
Get a bar wet too. So, all right, item number 5, discuss, consider, take action on, to set the holiday schedule for the calendar year 2022. This also does lap back into 2021. Since New Year's Day falls on January 1st, but it's a Saturday, then by our policy, we should have set December 31st as that holiday. And so that's in this order if we do that. And then the other holidays are January 17th, Monday of Martin Luther King Day, February 21st is a Monday of President's Day, April 15th is Good Friday, May 30th, 2022 is a Monday for Memorial Day, June 20th, 2022 is a Monday, it's for Juneteenth, which is a new federal holiday. July 4th, 2022 is a Monday for Independence Day. And September 5th, 2022 is a Monday for Labor Day. October 10th, 2022 is a Monday for Columbus Day. November 11th, 2022 is a Friday for Veterans Day. November 24th and 25th, a Thursday, Friday, are for, of 2022 are for Thanksgiving. And December 23rd and, which is, and 24th, and 26th, that Friday, is for the Thursday and the Friday and Monday of Christmas. There we go. And Nancy, then December, what's gonna be our holiday for New Year's? I just looked at that, missed that.
New Year's Day, 23 will probably be Sunday, I would imagine.
So if we're taking New Year's Day on Friday, December 31st, that only leaves us with net 13 for 22, correct?
Well, I don't think that's gonna be the case. Let's look at-
Well,
Yeah, it's a Sunday, Nan.
Yeah, for 23, January 1st is a Sunday.
So we'll have January 2nd.
Second, okay.
So you have
All right.
Monday, the 23rd.
Yeah, and we're gonna have some years, when we looked at this, we're gonna be 13 and some 14.
So we want to go ahead and amend that to also read January the 2nd, 2023 for...
No, sir, we don't need to.
Okay.
that'll go in the next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we find something for March and August and just call it good?
Seems like
Judge, this is
we
a
can
very,
lower it down to about 10.
yeah, this is a very generous holiday schedule.
Yes.
2
And
weeks
it's,
vacation and 2 weeks of holidays.
it's not duplicated anywhere that I know of that, but I tell you, the two things that I think are most important on this that I think I've heard more people talk about, I think it was a tremendous move to do the Thursday, Friday for Thanksgiving and do the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day for Christmas. I think those two have been very popular, and it's very good. And that added a little bit to it. I think that was a really good move. And, anyway, what are you gonna do? You know, I mean,
Well, one of the adverse things is that, and when you add a holiday, it makes the jail timing,
it makes it really tough.
yeah, that scheduling.
Yeah. And patrol.
But I
Same
don't
thing.
think Chief Rutledge wants to be the one who recommends against that holiday.
You know.
So,
Motion to approve.
is there a second?
Second.
Any comments, anyone in the audience? Okay. The motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Watts to approve the list as stated with the, no, we got that. But note that December 31st, 2021 is in that list for the 2022 holidays. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you all. Item 6 is discuss, consider, take action to approve the purchase of floor tile for the courthouse annex at a cost of up to $9,000 from Shaw Carpet and through Omega Purchasing Co-op to be paid from Permanent Improvement Fund. Commissioner Beecham.
Yeah, Judge, this goes along with what we approved a few weeks back to have the tile laid. We're able to get the tile through the Omnia Purchasing Co-op at a much cheaper price, under $2 per square.
Okay.
So I'm not sure that we'll need all 9,000, but I wanted to make sure I had plenty in there to cover it. So be my motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments or questions, anyone in the audience or on the phone? Okay, we have a motion then by Commissioner Beecham, second by Commissioner Kincannon to approve the item as stated. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item 7, discuss, consider, take action to approve Hudson Blueprint quote in the amount of $6,625.35 for the furniture and security guard area in the Wichita County Courthouse Annex. Excuse me, to be paid from Department 516 with specific lines determined by the county auditor. Commissioner Beecham.
Yes, Judge, the fishbowl or security area, as we know it, in the annex is being torn out as we speak. We did work with Hudson Blueprint to come up with an appropriate
That's not here.
furniture
I've seen
for
that's up here.
taking care of the desk needs for security. This is all lockable. The only thing that would be out on the desk would be
I don't say
the
what
computer
is all
monitors.
this.
So it'll make an L across from where the current security desk office is. So it's designed to fit that space and,
Under that, over that stairway?
yeah, up by the stairway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they don't have clear view of the doorway there, though?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's
Do
right
they?
down here, it is, Judge, right here. See, they're gonna be right in here, and there's,
Okay, I was putting it on.
Will they have marked
Yeah.
phone and,
Yeah, we'll have,
So they're
everything
really-
will be,
Okay.
everything will
Right,
be
right.
there
What is
like
this
it
area?
needs to be, but it'll open the hallway
That's
straight
inside
in,
the
so.
tax office.
oh, okay, but that's not what, we're talking about this.
Yeah, yeah, okay, I looked at the wrong one. All right.
That's some pretty pricey furniture.
Yeah, I was
Looking
gonna
at
say,
the-
how much
yeah.
furniture?
I
we-
mean, a $467 chair, an $800 chair.
Did we happen to look over any of the others?
No, those are 3 chairs, $800 quality.
Better get your other.
List, 500. Okay. 280 a chair for the stools, 233 for the little short chairs then.
No, just second chairs.
These are, yeah, lifetime warranty stuff.
I like lifetime warranty.
It's going to be used and abused, so
Oh, yeah.
want to put good stuff out there.
Okay, is there a second to that motion?
Sure, I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments, questions, anyone in the audience? Okay. Motion by Commissioner Beecham, second by Commissioner Cannon to approve the item as presented. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Okay, item 8 is receive an update on the law enforcement center and the elevator projects. Commissioner Beecham?
Okay, quickly on elevator projects, they've got all the wall tile installed except for on the elevator wall itself. They were going to start grouting Friday, but they didn't. I don't know why. They weren't in there this morning, so that's all looking really good. If you have a chance to go peek your head in the door, it looks real nice. But that job's moving along well. Law Enforcement Center project, we did receive a briefing on it Friday. Commissioner Muller was not here, so I'll kind of go over it in brief. We had, of the 6 areas of deficiency that we had from the jail commission, everything has been at least tested and corrected, except for a few plumbing issues that are still outstanding from a surprise inspection that we did, Wichita County. We did it on our terms. We were able to pass the fire suppression and smoke evacuation, or fire detection and smoke evacuation test in one of the pods that had given them the most trouble. We dictated the terms of the test. It passed with flying colors. In that walk, I tested about 20 fixtures and plumbing fixtures and found 4 that I felt were not in compliance. From that, I asked that a spreadsheet be made that listed each plumbing fixture in the building separately, and I wanted them tested, time and date, and person doing the test. I have yet to receive that, but until I receive that in my hands, we will not be calling for a re-inspect.
Golly, Mark, what is that? 1,000, 1,500, maybe more than that?
Yeah, there's about, between 1,000 and
Pretty big deal.
1,500
Which is why you gotta have it right before the big guys come,
Well,
yeah.
and it's minor stuff. It's not stuff that cost anything really, other
Yeah,
than
that ought to be the-
time. It's,
The smoke deal was the big deal, the high-tech
There's-
deal, yeah.
it's valves that have gotten debris in them that weren't, the water system wasn't flushed out fully before they put the electronic valves in, and they get debris in them, and we
Gets
don't
under the
have water
seat.
pressure, et
Yeah.
cetera, that we're supposed to have. So, until they can deliver that water pressure on a consistent basis in each faucet, then I don't want us to go through this exercise again and fail. The glass has all been replaced but one pane. It's from my understanding that will not prohibit us from receiving a passing grade as long as the glass is in place, because we're not talking a single pane glass, we're talking over inch thick glass that has multiple panes, and it's one pane within that's cracked. It's only in the bookend area that we're still remaining. That's on order. The other issue, or one of the other issues, is with the telephone system, the inmate phone system. I happened to pull the two receiver hooks that were not working. But GTL was on site and working through getting everything connected. They assured me that everything would be working by the end of that day, and that was Wednesday. I have not gone back into that pod. What's that?
We've been told that they all.
Okay, well, and we will check those ourselves to make sure.
We are planning a walk tomorrow,
Okay.
myself and several others, pod by pod, check everything again.
Okay. The only outstanding issue that leaves us with is with the tables. Working through with TDLR, we've contacted them. We understand that the seating height is not an issue with ADA requirements. It is strictly a jail standard requirement that they must be under 19 inches. During our phone conversation with Director Wood, he had directed Kirk Pardee, our architect, to work with them to develop a new standard that would take that into account, that not only would we be getting a waiver, they would change that standard going forward, because these are the way the tables are being manufactured nationwide and being used successfully across the country in multiple facilities. So that did uncover another deficiency that we discovered as a result. There are 8 pods that have those particular type of tables within the pod. Each pod is required to have 5% ADA compliance tables. We discovered that only 3 pods were built with ADA compliant tables. We just found a very easy remedy. It's basically a matter of shifting how a leg is bolted to the tabletop, or a leg on each side is bolted to the tabletop. That work was completed last week by Willen Electric. They stepped up and modified the tables. So I believe that is all been completed, so we do meet the minimum requirements of ADA standards. Even though we've already passed our compliance test with TDLR, we wanted to make sure that we had, since we uncovered the problem, we wanted to make sure we addressed it and got it resolved. So that's where we are.
And I assume that the handicap, can't get the right term, the cells that are handicap equipped, you'll split those between the male and female side, so you'll have some on.
Each pod is required to have
Okay.
compliant facilities within it. So that's why Each pod is
Okay.
required to have 5% of its table seating ADA compliant, which basically.
So no matter
ends up
how
being
you
one
did
table.
your segregation, you'd still
Right,
have, you'd
so-
be able,
so if
okay,
you-
that makes sense.
Yeah, no matter what, if you had somebody that's ADA, that needs ADA compliance, then you can house them in any pod.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty confident, other than the plumbing fixtures, plumbing issues. And again, it's not serious issues with the plumbing. It's not like we have fixtures that aren't working or need to be replaced or anything like that. It's maintenance work that needs to be done. They need valves cleaned.
Are you tracking anything that would have to do with what now, not passing that first? Is there, and I haven't looked, I was just thinking of our contract, is there anything for these days that's costing us extra to
I'll
operate,
have to
do
look.
everything we have to do?
I'll have to look at the contract, Ms. Jennings, to see.
I can't recall it in there, and there are, but some of this is kind of concerning that it's running this long before we got answers, and on a known problem that's causing that delay, that really bothers me. And Mr. Pardee finally owned up to, in our conversation last Friday, that he probably should have reacted from what they had in Hayes County to not having that problem in Wichita County. And so that does concern me.
Yeah, the table issue could have easily been avoided when they discovered that they had the same issue in Hayes County. We could have gone at the same time that Hayes County went to jail commission and asked for the same waiver at the same time. And then they could address changing the standard from that point. But that was never disclosed to us.
Okay. Any comments or questions on those two projects? Once again, Commissioner, thanks for all of your time
You bet.
in this. Okay. We have a demonstration at 1:30, a work session on the election systems and software voting machines that it's our understanding that the legislature is going to mandate, has, that we will upgrade all voting equipment. And I think we're part of 19 counties that it's mandatory in. So,
What will that cost us, Judge?
a lot.
Bunch.
It's probably, it was tramped in a neighborhood of $1.5 million to $2 million.
We've just about got those other ones paid for.
Yeah. Yep.
And
the
that could
resale
come as
value on
long,
them's not
as
very
soon
good.
as when, Judge?
Sir?
That could happen as soon as when?
Won't be, it'd be for the next
Oh, we had that meeting.
major general election, which would be the
Where's
governor,
that demo at?
what we call the gubernatorial election. I believe
November 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've just about got that other mandate paid for.
But the good thing, it appears there is funding we can apply for. Ms. Bohannon has been staying on track with that, with the Secretary of State's office.
Potentially, it has, how much of that payment could it make of the funding?
I don't think it's set yet.
I heard 100%. I haven't seen anything come out on that. But she said she was monitoring that, so it was monitoring
Okay.
county.
It's my understanding that, and I may be wrong on the exact figure, but I believe there's only 12 counties that would require replacing all of their equipment, and we're one of the 12, so we stand a pretty good chance. if we
Smaller
can
number
do
than
it.
I thought it was.
When
I
do
may
we
be
have
wrong,
to-
but that's a figure that sticks in my mind that I was.
When do
Well,
we
it's
have
less than
to
254.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Where's the
submit
demo
by?
at?
When do we submit for that money?
Being here.
Okay.
Straight away?
Quickly.
As soon as they get out, you know, it's like the rest of the things from government. They tell you this, then they've got to write the rules and procedures, and so we'll get those. That is maybe, we got to find out on our other funding, when they publish the rules that are going in the Federal Register. Okay. We also have down as something we can do, that 1:30 demonstration will be in here. I think Nancy is what we, yeah, and so anyone is certainly welcome to come back for that. And then any budget discussions, any items we brought up this morning. Yes,
Just
ma'am.
wanted me to let you all know that she has looked over the budget that was sent to her, and she does have some issues with it concerning some information that she was given at previous commissioner court meetings about which offices were receiving raises and were not going to receive raises, because she did file or put forth an amended budget request, but then that was withdrawn based on the information she was given. And then based on the position salaries that she was sent, that information was incorrect. So she just wanted you all to know that at some point when she's able to come in, she
Okay.
will have that discussion.
Ms. Tepper, that's great, but I couldn't tell you whether you're asking me to look at an elephant or a parakeet from what you just gave me. And there's no budgets we're referencing in there. She needs to send me what she's, thinking about. The number of departments in there, I'm not sure what she's making exception to.
She's specifically talking about a question she had about raises for the bond management office through the sheriff's department. She was told that they would not be receiving.
No,
more
she
than-
wasn't. I told her the administrative people would not. Those are all licensed jailers.
I mean, I was,
Yeah,
for,
okay.
I'm just relaying a message that I was asked to get.
Okay, I'll be glad to talk to her about it. We need to be sure we're talking the same facts.
She said that on Friday she would probably be here for the meeting that you all hold on
Okay.
Friday.
Okay, you might ask her, read the fine print, but those people are all classified, trained jailers. And so they fall in that category, and we're trying to do something, we're down still 28.
And I'm not saying,
No.
I mean, she's
Yeah, I'm
definitely not
just
saying
saying,
that a
yeah.
jailing position is not important.
Okay.
However, on the backside of that is her positions are also important, and her positions deserve to be looked at also.
No doubt, but I told her that she was concerned that if those salaries proposed by the sheriff included the administrative people, and I said they had, but that was removed, if that's not what's happening. And what I do need from her, and that's why we sent those out last week, was we used 1,200 across the board. I need to know if she's gonna give somebody more than 1,200, and who's gonna get less.
That was already given.
Okay, in your all's case then, okay.
Yes.
Not everybody did that way.
That was turned in on her original budget request.
All right, she's one of the few that did that, or maybe she's one of the few that wanted to do it that way, so maybe everybody else has left it. Okay, thank you. Anything else?
That was it.
All right, thank you. Okay. Anything else? Anything on budget?
We should have the certified roll this week.
Okay, that'd be good. Nancy and I worked over, she looked at, strictly counted the days that's put out by Truth in Taxation, handouts you all had gotten from TAC. We've adjusted those days, so the days we're doing things fall on a weekday and not a weekend. And thought y'all would like that better than some of the others. I do encourage the elected officials to look closely at that, send out and let us know if we, it's not hard to not interpret something the way you all meant it when we're looking over and we do things with over 500 entries, and we want to get that straight and get it to the auditor and get it in the Munis system, so that we're doing all of that.
Will, is there an expectation of the change, when y'all went and, I believe it was Tom Green maybe, and trained for in-pod work? Is there an expectation of, will we lose some people just simply because of the change of work environment?
You know, at first we kind of thought we might, but I'm not really seeing that right now. Until we get in that situation, we're probably not gonna know.
The jail commission manning thing showed more people.
Yeah, I think he was asking if he's gonna lose people once we move to the direction.
Where they have to go inside the pod and work.
Okay. I'm talking about the new jail is what they wrote that recommendation on, to increase the number of people.
I have not seen it.
Okay.
Do you have
It
it?
was sent to the sheriff and they,
Okay, I don't have that one yet. I'm
Okay.
asking for it today. I knew we asked for it months ago, but I have not seen it.
Yeah.
So,
But that's based on full occupancy.
Yeah.
If every pod
Yeah.
is open,
Yeah.
I don't believe we're opening
we're not
opening
trying
day,
to-
we're not gonna have every pod
No.
full.
No.
Our population's not there.
not unless we go to the honor system, or inmates guarding inmates. That'd be interesting.
No.
But do we have some promise, Will, of new hires that are pending?
We have 11 backgrounds I know they're working right now, and I believe we have a few more that have come in since then. And we have a job fair this week, and I think we have another one in 2 weeks. So,
And that's something people don't really realize in jail and law enforcement in general. The background checks take a lot of time, and the sheriff's department has been doing that full-time for a long time.
Is it possible, Will, to have a open orientation where someone that's considering such a thing, where necessarily they wouldn't individually call or set up themselves to do that, but if they could listen to a presentation? Have we ever done anything like that?
we haven't, but I think if they come to the job fair, they could ask
Oh,
all the
okay.
questions they want,
Okay.
and go from there.
The new jail school being allowed here for pre-18, that's gonna start this fall, is that right?
I don't know. The school is kind of backtracking a little bit on this. They want it to be a full year program. The jail commission says it can only be a second semester senior program. So they're not rocking along together very well.
What could fill that first semester of something in criminal
They have
justice?
Other criminal justice classes they teach.
Oh, okay.
But the jail commission is, they're gonna allow it. They only want it to be a second semester senior who's gonna turn 18 or has already turned 18 their senior year. That way, as soon as they finish that semester, they can go right into the
Gotcha.
testing process and the background process to be hired as a judge. They don't want it to string along for a full year and then take the test. That was they conceded to allow the second semester. I mean, it's right now it's not being allowed at all, so. I know Vernon College is still working with them, but I haven't had an update here lately on what's gonna happen.
Okay. All right. Okay, we will recess till 1:30. It's 11 o'clock now.
It'd be interesting to know how many people graduate from high school.
That's an interesting tax